Don't delete your social media, do this instead. So I know it can be very hard to actually go ahead and delete your apps and to delete your accounts and to completely entirely get rid of it, even though a lot of people say this on YouTube, but the honest truth is it has some downsides to actually deleting it. One, I've been off social media for the past 5 or 6 years or something like this. And I noticed one of the biggest drawbacks from doing this is that it's harder for you to actually stay in touch with people that don't live in your close proximity, or even if they do. Because being on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever platform you use, it allows you to easily and effortlessly stay in touch with the people you want to actually build and nurture the relationship with. I have a lot of friends that live all around the world because I traveled a lot, and without social media, it sometimes was really hard for me to actually stay in touch with them. And we went months without actually having any kind of contact. And obviously, this makes a lot of relationships go cold. So what you should do instead, and what I do instead, is to make it harder to use social media. So you just decrease the time you spend on these apps. And then when you're on these apps, you're not doom scrolling, but you're actually using your time productively. So the first step is to actually, what I do as well, is to just use social media on your laptop, because it's much more unsexy. It's not as addictive. You don't have your laptop all the time with you, and you can use Instagram on your laptop as well. And it's just not as much fun as it would be to use on your phone. And therefore, you only use it for the things that actually matter, like reacting to some of your friends, or maybe texting them, or maybe looking at one or two things and then getting out of there, because it's not as much fun to just doom scroll there. The second thing is to pretty much always put your phone away. So never have your phone next to your desk when you're working or when you're studying or when you do anything. Personally, I put it in airplane mode. I put it in a different room so I don't check it. And because oftentimes we check it because it's just so convenient to grab it. If you're standing somewhere on the stoplight in the streets and you just check your phone, it's usually because it's so convenient to just pull it out of your pocket and you get instant stimulation and dopamine rush. But if you make it a little bit harder to grab your phone and to have it in a different room, so you would have to go over there and to actually check it and to grab it and to unlock it and all these different things, there's a much higher chance and there's more resistance that you're not doing it. The third thing is to actually make your phone less fun to use. So maybe storing those apps somewhere in the back corner. For example, if I want to use WhatsApp or some other apps, I don't have Instagram and all these other apps on my phone, but for example, WhatsApp and YouTube, I have this all the way in my last folder or something, so I have to slide through like 5 different pages. And another way is actually to go on your color filters and to make your phone gray or red or any other color that is just not as sexy as having it all on colors and looking like a slot machine, which again will cause you to use social media much, much less. And then you can only get the benefits out of it, which again is keeping up your relationships, maybe learning something new, but don't overwhelm yourself, because watching Instagram for an hour and watching 10 different reels about like 3 tips on how to get healthy is not doing anything well and good, and it's not actually helping, because you're probably not going to implement any of these tips. But if it's something that motivates you, that keeps you positive and stuff like this, or some friends that just inspire you, then it's all the good sides. The bad sides are like the doom scrolling, the comparing, like being hours on social media, all these different things. And the last thing is to actually set time limits for yourself. There are a lot of different apps you can just download. I use them as well, where you get like a blocker after a certain amount of use. So you're not falling into the trap of just unconsciously using and scrolling on social media.